Hello, this is Brady speaking. I'm doing something a little different for today's video. Instead of talking while playing, I'm showing footage that already happened and talking over it. What you're watching is footage from what I like to call a jersey quest. What that is something so rather simple, and it's playing a franchise mode or career mode in either NHL or FIFA, and then at the end after meeting certain conditions like winning the Stanley Cup or winning the league or winning the Champions League or something like that, I buy a specific jersey that I've the quest centers around. And the footage you can kind of tell here, the jersey in question was the Vancouver Canucks 40th anniversary jersey. So in the future on this channel, you'll probably see more content like this in the future. So I was just going to kind of use this opportunity to kind of go over in a little more detail how the format exactly works and what you'll probably see in future videos. So how it kind of works is I pick usually a player. So in this case it was Roberto Luongo, and then kind of look at specific career achievements when they won awards, when they with a team won Stanley Cup or some sort of trophy in soccer, and then try and see if there's like a jersey or a jersey and patch combo that's unique to that season, and then run the jersey quest based on that. And how it kind of works in terms of the gameplay details, as I said earlier, it's either a franchise mode in NHL or a manager career mode in FIFA or EAFC as it's now called. And how it kind of works is I try and build the team around that whatever the player is, their specific strengths or weaknesses. And at least in the first season, what I try to do is kind of have the results mimic as close as possible the results of that actual season in real life. So in this case, it was the 2010-2011 Vancouver Canucks season where they won the President's Trophy and made it to Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals before losing to the Boston Bruins. So in that case, because the real life results are basically they're one win away from the Stanley Cup, and with the odds of the sim engine, as it did work out, they won one of the games that they didn't actually win in real life in the Stanley Cup Finals. There was pretty much a foregone conclusion that I'd win the cup, so I didn't do a whole Let's Play for this. But in the future, so it would be I'd play the first season pretty much exactly as it went in real life. So, say the team missed the playoffs, I'd try to get the record to match that as closely as possible. So they'd probably, in all likelihood, miss the playoffs. So the sim engine goes crazy and has them have a really good winning record, which has happened before. And then pretty much in the second season, from the second season on, it would just pretty much be simming pretty much the entire season, unless either if the jersey quest is more about a specific milestone or event in a career, or they played a specific team, I'd play the games against that specific team, either home or away based on what the event was, or I'll play games against teams that we lost to the playoffs in the previous year, like simming through. So say, let's use the Canucks as an example again. They get them to the second round and they lose to the Edmonton Oilers in 6 games. The next season, the next 3 seasons, as long as they keep playing, don't play them in the playoffs again, I would play against the Oilers either in the regular season and or in the playoffs, just to spice things up a little. So it's not completely simming. It allows me to play a little bit, so I can actually have some fun playing the game as well. And then, as I said earlier, I'd try and build the team around the specific player strengths and weaknesses. So if it's a really good scoring player, I try to make a more offensive team. If it's a more defensive defenseman, try to make it a more defensive team. Whatnot. That's a lot easier somewhat in the more recent NHL games with the coaching system, because you can by looking at the first season, you can see the players' kind of preferences for different line combination things that the coach likes. Then basically, after the first season, I pretty much usually try and fire the coach and then replace them with a head coach who has like a line fit thing that matches up exactly with the specific player. So the player fits perfectly on whatever line, that's pretty much where they're going to be for the rest of the franchise mode, and then you try and build the team with players that also then fit that same scheme. So basically the goal then is to keep simming, playing/simming, until you either win a Stanley Cup or, yeah, the soccer would probably win the league, win the Champions League, win a couple cups and whatnot, which then would consider the jersey as a success, which would then lead to me buying the jersey that the jersey quest was about and getting it customized to that player, which then eventually would get posted to my Instagram, which I will probably eventually link in the description once I get the jersey in question from the footage you're seeing in my hands and then send out and customize and whatnot. That'll probably be the first post on Instagram. So eventually it'll be linked in the description of some of the videos. So you can kind of check out my growing jersey collections. That's a big hobby of mine. So I'd like to try to integrate that with this YouTube channel in some way. So there's still, I think, plenty of time left in the footage. So I guess enjoy it. And thank you for watching.